Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube. Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today I am doing a collaboration with my good friend Kyra from JourneyInBeauty. I will have her channel linked below and also in the cards above, so please go check out her channel. She has been putting so much hard work into her channel. She always has, but especially lately, she's been doing a lot of like 5 looks, 1 palette, and I just absolutely love her. We have a series here that we do on our channels together in collaboration, which is an inspired by series. That is not what we're doing today, but she does a lot of different things on her channel, and I just absolutely love her. I love her personality. I love watching her videos, and she just does such a great job, and she does a very good combination of neutral looks and colorful looks, so definitely go check her out. So we decided that we're going to do a collaboration today where we're going to do a full face of like our coveted products that give us feels for whatever reason. It can be, you know, because of the formula that we love. It can be the packaging that drew us in. It can be the way that it makes us feel to wear it. You know, it could be for any reason whatsoever, but just products that we, not favorites product, because it's not just like, oh, this is my favorite because it's like the best product ever. It's really just a full face of products that for whatever reason make us feel good, and that's what we're going to do today. So I can't wait to see what products Kyra chooses, and I have all my products laid out in front of me. So the first product I'm going to go into is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I love this primer. I think that it smells amazing. If you've ever tried their Camellia Oil line, that's what it smells like. And I don't know, like, I love the packaging. I think it's amazing. It comes with a disc to put on your face if you don't want to put your fingers in there. It smells amazing. The packaging is amazing. The product actually works, and it just makes me feel kind of bougie to wear it. So I'm gonna rub it in with this brush, which Smoky Glow does this, and I saw her doing this, and ever since then I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that, because I have this brush and I didn't know what to use this brush for, and it is the perfect brush to rub in primer with. So that is why I'm doing that. And then I'm gonna go in with my eyes. I don't really have an eyeshadow primer that I would say makes me have feels or anything like that, but I'm just going to use the Anastasia eyeshadow primer, which I guess kind of makes me have feels because they did send it to me, and then I did end up really loving it. I mean, I had used it before they sent it to me, and then I was going to repurchase it, and then they sent it to me, but it was kind of a proud moment that they sent it to me. So I'm going to grab my Llama mirror, and I'm gonna put on this eyeshadow primer. Debbie sent me this Llama mirror. I used it for the first time in my midnight makeup video with her. I'll link it up here if you haven't seen it, but I like this mirror a lot. I love this mirror, and I love Debbie, so I'm just patting that in. So for eyeshadow, I could not choose just one palette. I wanted to use the Kristen Leanne palette, the Kaleidoscope Dreams palette, because my best friend in Canada, he gave it to me, and so it means a lot to me because of who gave it to me, but I've already packed it and brought it over to the new place, so I'm not able to use that. But I have a couple palettes here that I'm going to dip into. So the first one is the Strawberry Dreams palette from Lunar Beauty, and this one definitely drew me in because of the packaging. Like, the moon is like holographic, and it makes me want to sit on this cloud right here. Like, I just love the packaging of this palette. It smells like strawberries. The color scheme, or the color story, is pretty, but the color story is not the #1 thing that drew me in. I bought it sight unseen for the in terms of the inside. Then the second group of eyeshadows that I chose was my Galaxy Dust and my Exploders, mainly for my Exploders, which is the top portion. I just love using these as inner corner highlights, so that's what we're going to use these for today. And I just love them. They just make me happy to look at different pastel multi-chromes. Love it. The second palette that I'm going to use is, I don't know why it's back in the box. Oh, right, because I'm packing stuff up. Is the Warrior 3 palette from Juvia's Place. This palette, like the outer packaging makes me happy to look at. I love the color story, and some of these shades are just so, I don't know, just so beautiful. I mean, all the shades are beautiful, but especially like this bottom row with like the blues and like the silver lavender. So that's the second palette I'm going to probably dip into. The third palette is this one here, which is Summer on Earth, and it is from Alien Cosmetics. And in addition to the fact that I love the artwork and I love the color story, my best friend Debbie gave this to me, so it means the world to me. And I love the colors, I love the pressed glitters, so I definitely want to dip into this palette. And then last but not least, I know that's a lot of eyeshadow palettes, is the Fun Size palette from Sugar Pill. This palette just makes me happy to look at. It has a little kitty cat on it, and it is just a cute little palette of pastel mattes. So this is what she looks like. So let me grab what I dropped and I'll be right back. Okay, luckily no casualties. So I think the first palette I am going to go into is going to be the Fun Size palette. So, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So, like I said, I cannot wait to see what products Kyra decides to use, because I love learning about people's favorites and all that stuff. So, I think I'm going to go in to, I had a hair in my mouth, Twitch, which is this green shade right here, and then I might go into some of Cheat Code. And these shades are quite powdery, and they are very light. They're pastels, so they're not the most pigmented shades that Sugar Pill has ever made, but they're pretty pigmented for a pastel shade, I think. I still think the Creepy Cute palette is better when it comes to pastels, but which that one is also a palette that makes me happy to look at. It was really hard deciding on eyeshadows, just because I have a lot of palettes and a lot of them make me feel good to look at, so, and to use. So yeah, I had a really hard time deciding what eyeshadow palettes I was going to use. I think actually I'm just going to dip into that one shade from this palette, just because I have so many palettes that I want to use. So the next palette I'm going to go into is Summer on Earth, this one here. And I'm going to go into Bitter, this shade first. And I'm just going to dip into this one. And there we go. That's going to make it a little bit more lime green instead of mint green, which is kind of what I want. So yeah, I will link some of the videos that Kyra and I have collabed on together. We've also done a multi-palette bingo with the Norvina palettes. And we've been in a bunch of group collabs together as well. We did the Paulina palette collab. We did the breast cancer awareness collab. So we've done a lot together. So I'm going to go into the shade Cold Shoulder now. It is a beautiful blue, and it's not really a metallic. It's more like a satin, because it's not a matte. It's not a metallic. So I call it a satin. And I'm just going to put that on the outer V, kind of as a base for what we're going to do next. That's a pretty shade. I've used this palette a couple of times. I think I dipped into this palette when I did my midnight makeup with Debbie, where we made our own palette. I think I got some of the shades from this palette, and I've used it a couple other times, and I've used it off camera quite a few times. But I have a video coming up with just this palette. All right. Alien Cosmetics has some of my favorite eyeshadow formulas ever. Okay, now do I want to dip into one more shade in that palette or this one? Nope, I'm going to go in first with Fenty, which is this shade here in the Juvia's Place palette. All of these palettes seem to have this shade right here. And I know I'm creating a lot of fallout, but that's okay. We'll fix it. We will fix it. And yeah, literally almost every single palette that I chose has this shade in it. Like this tone. This is one of my favorite shades to put in my eyes. You guys know I love blues, purples, and greens. And that might be the color scheme we go with today. Okay, so now I'm going to dip into the Strawberry Dreams palette. And I'm going to use the shade Days, which is this darker blue. And then I'm probably going to add some purple too from the Alien palette. And I'm not covering up all of the turquoise, but I am kind of just stacking it on top. I don't know how well the purple is going to show up on top of all the, because I keep stacking mattes upon mattes upon mattes, and after a while sometimes eyeshadows don't want to continue stacking on top of one another, but so far these seem to be doing good. I think it's because I'm patting instead of swiping. All right. Good. Now we're going to go back into, actually I think I'm going to use the purple in the Juvia's Place palette only because this is a solid matte and it's darker than the one in the Alien palette. And the one in the Alien palette is like more of a satin and has some shimmer in it. And so I'm just going to, yeah, this shade is not gonna want to stick that well. Oh, look at all that fallout. Oh my, what have I done? Okay. It's just gonna kind of change the tone of the blue a little bit. It's not gonna show up super purple, but that's fine. Okay. All right. You can still see the purple. I gotta clean this fallout up before it drives me nuts. Sometimes if there's too much fallout that I've created, I can't see where the look is going, and it drives me crazy, as I'm sure it drives you guys crazy. Okay. I feel like it almost has taken away from the color, but that's all right. We're gonna fix it. So I'm gonna go in with my glitter glue, which glitter glue makes me happy because I use it with all of my shimmers as well as my glitters, because it just makes any shimmery eyeshadow, as you guys know, I say this all the time, it just makes it all stick and like look really, really, really pigmented. And it makes it so that I can do like a faux cut crease without doing a full cut crease. So I am going over the matte shadows because I'm gonna use a shimmer on top of them to kind of fix what mess I made by putting too many mattes there. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go into is going to be, what is it called? Congo, which is this one right here from the Juvia's Place palette. This shade is so beautiful. Oh, I love it. And I'm going to put that one on the outer V. And hopefully that'll fix some of the mistake that I made. It's almost going to turn it into like an all shimmer look. The mattes are going to be kind of just like a base for the shimmers. That's okay. Yes. Okay. And then same thing on the other side. Let me know down below what products you guys have that give you that certain feeling. You know, either because of the packaging, because of where you were when you got it, because of who got it for you, or because of how well it works, or if it makes you feel, you know, pretty or bougie when you're wearing it, whichever one. Okay. Now I'm going back into the Alien palette, and I'm going to use the shade Poolside, which is this middle teal shade here. I'm going to go next to, I'm not going to take it up as high. I'm glad I still have that little bit of like lime green sticking out. I might add some in. Okay. And then we're going to go into the Strawberry Dreams palette. And I'm going to take the shade Lightning, which is like the duochrome like yellow shade. And I'm going to put that in the inner portion. Oh yes, that is pretty. That is really pretty. And I'll probably use the Divina ones as an inner corner highlight. What's funny is I probably could have just skipped the matte eyeshadows that I used, but I'm gonna go into the Alien palette and take the green shade Bitter and just run it up here so that we still have it. I don't care if it goes up to the brow bone, that's fine. I've done many looks like that. Okay, perfect. So for my face, I am going to use my Sweet Peach powder from Too Faced, and I'm going to use my Maybelline Superstay foundation, this one, and then I'll be right back to do the rest of the face. Okay, I added a little bit of the ambient glitter right here, this one, because I just thought it was really pretty with the blues and the reds, pinks, everything. So I just put a little tiny bit on either side. So, yeah. And now I'm going to use a glitter, or I mean not a glitter, a liner. I'm going to use the shade Chaos from Urban Decay. Urban Decay eyeliners are just some of my favorite eyeliners. They have some of the best shade selection. I love the ColourPop ones just as much, and they are a lot less expensive, but the Urban Decay ones don't break the way that the ColourPop ones do. Although you can still get like 4 or 5 ColourPop ones for the price of one of the Urban Decay. But I bought the Urban Decay Eyeliner Vault a few years back as a gift to myself. And So I like using it, and I love this shade so much. It is the prettiest, like, bright blue. Okay, and so I'm going to take the shade from the Alien palette called Skinny Dip, this one right here, and I'm going to put that on top with a pencil brush. If I can find a pencil brush. There we go. And this is kind of a metallic-y shade, but that's okay. And I love using the Urban Decay eyeliners as bases for whatever I put on my lower lash line, because they make it stand out that much more. Last night I slept with glitter on my eyes, and that was a mistake. I woke up with kind of irritated eyes a little bit. Okay. So now we're going to dip into our Divina Exploders with the same pencil brush, and I'm just going to go into the shade Swudge, or no, the shade Nerds, which is this one right here. It's like a light blue, but it has like a gold-ish yellow in it, which I think will be perfect for the fact that I have yellow up here and blue down here. I'm just gonna, look at that. Look at what that did. These make me happy. And the palette that I have them in makes me happy because Leanne McCarter gave me that personalized MTZ palette, which I love. It has my name on it, and I love it. And I love her. So the palette in general also makes me happy to look at, because see, she had my name put on it. So thank you, Leanne. All right, so let's stick this over here so I don't drop it, because that would be bad. Now for the face, I am going to use really any bronzer that smells good makes me happy. Like my two favorites would probably, well, now my three favorites would be the gingerbread one from Too Faced. It makes me happy to look at the packaging, and it smells amazing. The butter bronzer from Physicians Formula is probably my favorite, and I love the way it smells. I know that you either love or hate the way it smells. And then one of my favorites as well is the Sweetie Pie bronzer, which I love the packaging. It's so cute, and this is what it looks like, and I love it. So I'm going to use this one today because I haven't used it in a while, and it smells like peaches. So, and I love the tone of all three of these for my skin tone. Like, they're just the perfect, not too orange, not too gray, because I don't really contour per se, but I just like to warm up my face a little bit with bronzer. You guys know that. And then for blush, I have two as well. My NYX Ombre blushes, because I love pigmented blush. And that's the one I'm going to use today. But then I also chose my, what's it called? Marc Jacobs blush. They are pretty. They are really expensive, and there's no need for a blush to cost that much. But I love the packaging, and it makes me feel bougie when I wear it. Same thing. So this is the shade. This is Kinks and Kisses. Yeah. And it's called an Air Blush. But I am going to use my NYX Ombre blush in Sweet Spring, which I absolutely love. This is probably my favorite blush formula. I hope they never discontinue it, because I just love pigmented blushes. I really want to try the Cover FX blushes. I've heard amazing things about those. And I've heard that they are also very pigmented, but I love this tone. Like, this goes with anything because it's both peachy and pink. So for mascara, I don't really have a mascara that gives me feels per se. I like the Bad Gal Bang. I like the Monsieur Big that I've been using. I'm going to use the Bad Gal Bang today. I like mixing mascaras, but I don't really have a mascara that gives me the feels, so I'm just going to toss this on as quickly as possible. And I also love the Urban Decay glitter liners. I love any type of toppers and glitters, like that kind of thing. So, for my lips, I'm going to really quickly throw on this. This is new. This is the Laneige Sleeping Mask in the shade Mint Choco. So for me, it's the smell that I enjoy and the feel. Like, it just feels amazing on your lips. But I am going to put this underneath my liquid lipstick. And the liquid lipstick that I'm going to be using is called Blow Pony from Jeffree Star. It is the first shade that I purchased from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It's the only one I've gone through. And I don't know why, but I love this shade. It's a very interesting shade that not everyone would be comfortable with wearing. I just dropped something. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. And I really like the way that my lips feel when I put one of those things underneath it, like a sleeping mask or something like that, lip mask. So this will go now into my lipstick challenge and giveaway jar. For highlighter, I'm going to use my new Ofra. So I've gotten one, it was broken. That's the one I was using. Now I have one that's not broken, so I can actually really show it to you. It's called Retrograde, and it's from Ofra. And the purple half is Mercury, and then the white half is Star Island. And I just love this highlighter. I love mixing the two shades together. For setting spray, definitely the Slay All Day, Mint Chocolate Chip, Rich Luxe, Collab. I love Rich Luxe, and I love Mint Chocolate Chip ice cream, and it smells freaking amazing. Like, Debbie actually just got me a Mint Chocolate Chip body like souffle that smells just like that, and I'm in love. So I'm just going to mix lightly the two shades together. And Ofra highlighters just, they're just so beaming. I love it. And I feel like this Slay All Day has like a little bit of a cooling effect. It feels a little minty on your skin. So, but look at that highlight. And it's just so buttery and like doesn't emphasize texture, in my opinion. So I love this highlighter. And it's just so pretty to look at because it's purple and like yellow, and it's just pretty. They have a couple of other really pretty ones. I don't remember, somebody did a collab with them, and it's like a swirled highlighter. It's really, really pretty. So I want to try that one as well. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. So this is my full face of makeup that gives me the feels, either because someone special gave it to me, like Debbie giving me this Alien palette, Alien Cosmetics palette, or if it's the packaging that drew me in, you know, that kind of thing. So these are all products that make me feel a certain way, and I absolutely love it. And yeah, oh, nope, that's not it. Hold on, one more thing. So the last but not least was, I'm just looking to see if okay, is these highlighters from Fenty. So this is the one from this year, and I love it, not as much as I love the old one, but this is the, oh no, I didn't grab the old one. Okay, we're going to be using the new one. This is just a Fenty highlighter. But Fenty has these Diamond Balm highlighters. The other one is even more so, but like, I love adding these. By themselves, they don't do very much. in my opinion, but when you add them over top of a highlighter, they just take whatever highlighter you added on top of it, or added it on top of, it just takes it to the next level. Now with these Ofra highlighters, you don't really need that because it's already intense, but definitely the Diamond Gloss Bomb. And I just love the packaging, and the formula is just, I don't know, I love it. Most people either love it or hate it, but I love it. So these are the products that make me happy to use and make me feel good to wear. So I love you guys so much. Please go check out Kyra. Kyra, thank you for doing this collaboration with me. You know how much I love you. And please go check out her channel, subscribe, let her know I sent you, and show her some love and see what products make her feel good. So while you guys are watching this, I will be watching hers, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.